First game of the conference semifinals, game one, Milwaukee Bucks, Boston Celtics. Probably the most anticipated probably series this round. Huge question marks around the Milwaukee Bucks, considering the fact they was going to be without Chris Middleton, how the Milwaukee Bucks were going to be able to perform and defend off that ferocious Boston Celtics defense. Game one end up winning by the final score in Boston, uh, 101 to 89. Giannis proves again that he is the best player in the NBA, with the scoring 24 points, 12 assists, 13 rebounds, having a triple double tonight. Did a phenomenal job. But I think you got to give credit to the role players on the Milwaukee Bucks. A lot of guys stepped up this evening. When you look at Bobby Portis, he was doing his thing from the 3-point line as also at the mid range game. Drew Holiday, he was able to step up this evening with 25 points, and he had confidence shooting the three ball this evening. And I think the issue is for the Boston Celtics is the fact that how well, is everybody's issue. How do you plan on defending Giannis? And I felt like at the beginning of the game, they did a fairly decent job. If they have any chance of winning the series, I think the best defender for Giannis currently sitting right now is probably Al Horford. And Hal Horford did a phenomenal job. He was unmovable when I saw him on Giannis in the post and on the perimeter, especially on the perimeter. I was extremely shocked by the way that Al Horford was moving along the perimeter. Very, very agile. Wasn't expecting that. And it dates back to that 2018 series that the Milwaukee Bucks lost. They have some amazing battles. I remember back then, it was Al Horford on the offensive end. He was doing his thing in the post, and it goes back to credit to the evolution of Giannis, his development as a player, because he went in that 2019 off season, and he muscled up. He muscled up, and he was able to get stronger and be able to handle that in the post. But going back to the series, like I believe Al Horford gives you the best chance at defending Giannis, but at as far as the other players on the Boston Celtics, they're going to have to do a better job of staying disciplined, and they cannot go out and try to help double team, triple team Giannis. They're going to have to stay home because these players, these other perimeter shooters for the Milwaukee Bucks, they can knock down shots. Drew Holiday was knocking down shots. You got Pat Connaughton, he can knock down shots. Garrison Allen, when he wants to, he can knock down shots, and also Brook Lopez as well. So they're going to have to stay disciplined when they play defense on Giannis. And that's what I mean by them having Al Horford going to have to go on an island with Giannis, and then we're going to have to take our chances with everybody else shooting a contested three or or driving to the basket. Now, the other concern is how they decide they want to do the lineups moving forward with Al Horford on Giannis, who is going to be on Bobby Portis, excuse me. Because I think what Milwaukee's probably going to look at when we go into game two is who is going to be on Brook Lopez. And I felt like Brook Lopez was underutilized today because of the fact that it's game one, we're feeling this thing out, but we're going to try to feed Brook Lopez in the post moving forward for the Milwaukee Bucks, because what he gets is a mismatch. Because I think he could take advantage. I really think he could take advantage of Robert Williams in the post. Um, Really, the only player they can actually put out there that can actually pose a threat if you decide to put Al Horford on the Giannis moving forward is Daniel Tice, but I don't believe in Daniel Tice either. So you're really stuck with Grant Williams and rotating Jalen Brown too as well. So the ultimate problem that the Boston Celtics will run into is the fact that they just playing too small. They can't adjust to the matchups that the Milwaukee Bucks are coming out there. And again, back to Giannis. credit to him being able to distribute the basketball because they was making it extremely difficult for him to drive into the paint and do what he wants to do is attack the basket. And they were just not having it at first, but then he just kept on chipping away and ended up get rid of the basketball, getting some perimeter open shooters, and it was just all hell broke loose in the second half for the Milwaukee Bucks. Long story short, but the thing is with the Boston Celtics, offensively that I'm concerned about, if they're unable to commit turnovers, commit takeaways on defense, and they're not able to get in transition, it's going to be very, very difficult for them to be able to put points on the board because they can't generate any type of offense outside of Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, which they're two phenomenal scorers, but they got to find a way to get these other guys involved. Marcus Smart knocked down some shots. Al Horford early, they took their chances with Al Horford taking the wide open three, but you can't rely on Al Horford on a consistent basis to take those kind of shots. So you're going to have to find a way to get these other guys involved and not just rely on them scoring in transition off of a takeaway. But I'm feeling good. I ended up getting my first dub as far as my parlay today. I ended up taking the Golden State Warriors, which is on right now. It's 10-9 as we speak. And of course, today, the Milwaukee over the Boston Celtics. So I'm definitely looking forward to game two between the two. But if we're being honest, if we was to make an early prediction, I'm definitely leaning on Milwaukee. End up taking this probably in 6 games just because of what I saw just today. It's just going to be very, very difficult for the Boston Celtics for them to match up body wise with the Milwaukee Bucks.
Nah for the Bay. Nah for the Bay. We don't care what you said. Nah for the Bay. Nah for the Bay. Nah for the Bay. We ain't hearing what you said. Nah for the Bay. Fire!